blowjobs,
Yes.
sex, drugs, alcohol, parties, gamers, YouTube parties.
Why'd you have to open up with blowjobs for? Why that?
Because now they're interested, okay?
Oh, right. Get the audience's attention. Yeah.
They're like, oh, at one point we're going to be discussing that. Let's go.
Um,
I'm Fruity, Loserfruit, and this is Cray.
Hello, how are you?
And we are going to talk to you about some of the weird parties.
Party lifestyle.
We've been to. And we're going to open up with a bad night for Cray. So if you don't remember much of what happened this night and can't recall many details, that's fine. But FAZE house party.
Yeah, so me and Fruity got invited with a bunch of our friends to the FAZE house.
Actually, no, it started, that did happen.
Oh, okay.
But like just the lead up, we're going to build the lead up to it. I'll build. Because that was the same night where we went to a YouTube party, which was great.
And I was so excited.
Yeah.
Seeing all the famous people, oh man.
You got too excited.
Yeah, too excited, too jet lagged, and too many vodka shots. When we arrived, I was fine, but feeling very tired and sleepy. And just everyone else's excitement. We walk into this big YouTube party, and immediately I see Boogie 2988 to the left. I'm like, oh my God, famous person. Oh my God. And we're walking around, and I forget who I was seeing, but just faces, familiar faces that you scroll past on YouTube, but you know them, and you're like, wow, like I'm in LA for the first time, America.
Oh, so this is your first time going to like a big event?
Yes, my first
time. Brushing shoulders of people that you watch online for years.
Exactly. So I was like, I don't think I get very starstruck, but I just get very excited. I'm like, oh, cool. Like there's that person who does this. And I was jet lagged walking around, very tired. And then everyone just started to really party. And I felt like I had to keep up.
It was like the bar was, I remember the bar being slow. So we had to like do multiple drinks at once because, you don't want to wait in line again, which is a great idea, particularly for Craig.
Yeah. With me, I definitely need to pace myself with alcohol. I should not rush. If I pace myself, I'm fine. But let's just say, me, Baz, Marcus are at the bar, just like, 4 shots or whatever, all at once, just bang, 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 bang. And that killed me that night. I felt like I was, I needed my stomach to be pumped by the end of that night.
Do you know what happened after we had a few drinks?
I remember wandering out into the pool area. There was like a pool there and seeing someone getting told off for jumping in the pool. I remember that just briefly.
Really?
Yeah, like someone took his shirt off and he got big trouble, something like that.
But you have a pool at the bar.
Yeah, there was a pool at the bar?
Well, I mean, there's a bar and there's a pool.
Oh, yeah. And he got told off for getting in the water. I don't know. Maybe he was drinking in the pool. And then it's very blurry. And for me, it's blurry immediately.
Really?
Like, it's
okay.
All I remember is walking in, spending maybe, 20 minutes dancing, and then I'm just a blur. And I see clips. I walk out the front of the YouTube party.
I'm going to slowly take you through it and see how much you can remember of the night. Because although I drank a little bit too, I think I can remember a lot more. So we went, so we're dancing. We went upstairs to this kind of rooftop area.
Did we?
And you're not going to like what I'm going to say next. And it was, I believe it was you, me, Baz, maybe Marcus was there too, and Emma, a manager, and apparently Charlotte might have been there. I don't know. But anyway, we were there and you started to cry.
Oh, yeah. No, I am a crier.
Yeah, about your feelings, about us. You were like you're like, I'm so happy I met you. But Baz, you're such a great guy. Is this coming back to you? Do you remember that?
It actually is. Yeah, it's coming back to me. I'm an emotional drunk a lot of the time. I'm either silly over the top and stuff like that, or I'm very emotional, And I guess I was just feeling very overwhelmed at the time. I was so excited to be there, and I mean the things I say. Like
we had only just started playing for a few months, and we only just started to get to know each other as like a
Click House and stuff like that.
This was before.
Oh, was it?
This was a few months before we decided to move in together. I think this is actually kind of what sparked it. It was that E3 trip.
Yeah.
Was because we were getting close. But yeah, so we didn't really know each other at all. But you were like, Fruity, I love you. You're such a good person.
Oh, man. Yeah, I am like that very much.
And when we were, so I think it was Elliot or someone who's told us that the FAZE house party was happening. And then what?
FAZE house. FAZE up. I was excited.
One of many FAZE houses. And but like you were so drunk that probably you should have been home at that point. When we were waiting in line for a cab or something. That should have been when you should have gone home.
Yes.
However, no, we didn't. We all hopped in a car
I have
together.
to go to the FAZE house, Fruity. I gotta go.
Yeah. So I don't know which FAZE house this is, but they all look kind of the same.
They're all just big LA Hollywood.
They have like no furniture. They just
just big
I don't know
spaces.
where their furniture is. I don't know what. It's not a house. It's like a compound. I'm not sure what's going on there. But yeah, so it's an empty house, and everyone I've talked to about the night has had a different experience on it.
Really?
Do you want to start off with
my
yours?
experience? Okay, here's my experience. So, out of nowhere, I'm out the front of the YouTube party, right? And then zip, fast forward in time, and I'm in the back of an Uber looking out onto the Hollywood Hills thinking, wow, where am I? This is so amazing, so beautiful, so crazy. And it's pitch black in the middle of the night, but I'm just loving the swervy roads up the top, and we're going up onto this hill. Then I remember pulling out the front of this house, and there was a girl crying or something like that. Someone was playing basketball, kind of. I just remember basketball for some reason. I remember walking into a garage. I didn't go to a front door.
Yeah, and there was a bouncer there? How did you get in?
I don't remember a bouncer, but I passed him, and I did it. When I want to turn it on, I turn it on. I'm like, yes, sir, here's my ID. Yeah, no, I haven't had that much to drink. I'm fine, bro. I'm fine. Yeah, no, the mustache, I've had it for 4 years. So it's like
You're
easy.
American when you're trying to be sober.
Sure. It changes. And then I remember walking up the stairs and just basically... It gets very blurry.
Do you remember going outside, sitting on a couch and just collapsing?
No, but that sounds good. That sounds great. I like that.
Because I think that's what happened to you. I think early in the night you collapsed. Did you vomit at all?
I vomited in the bushes, and then sitting next to my manager, Emma, I vomited on myself a little bit. That was pretty wild. Yeah, I just went bleh, like a little bleh, like on myself.
There was no trigger warning to...
Oh, no, there was no warning. No, I woke up, looked at Emma, our manager, and she just knew. She just had the instinct. She was like, oh, God. She's like, you got to go. Bleh. It was like... Yeah, I remember meeting XQC.
Okay.
Slightly. And his girlfriend / roommate, sorry.
Oh, you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that ever so slightly. Then I remember people being like, Keemstar's in an argument with someone. And
that's what Marcus was saying. He said Keemstar got in a fight with someone, physical brawl.
Yeah,
so that happened.
And I remember, that happened, and I heard something like that, and then I remember I was in a really, I was just so... those nights where you shouldn't have went out because you're so exhausted?
Yeah.
And I think when I first got to America, I was so jet lagged. I've never experienced jet lag. And when people said don't drink when you're jet lagged and stuff.
Who says that?
Everyone.
Who's everyone?
Says don't drink when you're jet lagged.
What do you mean? If I Google it right now, will they say...
It will come up. Google it. I want to do it on the podcast. It'll come up.
No, because I love drinking when I'm jet lagged. If you have like one, it hits you really well.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So then only have one or two.
Yeah, but I was peer pressured. I was peer pressured to do it. I didn't want to drink that night.
You're
That's
right.
what I'm going
it says it can exacerbate the effects. All right.
Yeah, I was...
Craze right.
Thank you.
1.2.
Oh, God, I love those words. Craze right. Oh, that sounds so good. But yeah, how do you remember it? And how drunk were you?
Not that, but I was like really buzzed. And so I can't... I mean, it was a few years ago, so maybe that's why I can't remember as much. But for me, I had a really wholesome night. I was talking to a bunch of YouTube ladies that I didn't really know at the time, but now I know, and I'm like... They're like huge YouTubers. Like
That's cool.
Gloom and I think Haziland was there. I can't remember. But either way, we're just talking in the kitchen, having this nice, wholesome time, drinking and having a great time. So when I hear someone like Jake talk about, so Jake is a FIFA YouTuber. Yep. He was talking about, so there's only one bathroom on the floor and he wanted to go to the bathroom. Unfortunately, it was already occupied by... I don't know who, but someone giving each other a blowjob.
We would love to know. So if it was you, please let us know. Seriously. somebody was receiving a blowjob in the bathroom.
At least lock the door or put something. Like, come on. I always wonder that when I see it in movies or something, when they like go into a supply closet to like get it on. Like, do they ever lock it, or are they like so caught up in the heat of the moment?
Lock the door. You lock the door.
Because no matter how much I'm caught up in the moment, I don't want anyone.
I'll tell you this: no matter how drunk I was, I'm locking the door. You know what I mean? Like, come on, y'all. And I was mad and jealous because I wanted that story.
Oh, you wanted to be the person in the blow.
No, I just wanted the story of walking in and being like, blowjob, like blah blah blah. But I was big mad.
Okay, that didn't happen to you?
No, I didn't walk in on anyone. I was too passed out on the couch.
Why this night was so memorable? Because it was like an American movie.
It felt like a movie.
Everything was happening. Like things were just happening that was set up.
And it was just, and Zuckles was there.
Yeah.
My friend, so we have a friend who's a part of the Misfits named Zuckles. And I didn't know he was in America. I have no idea that he traveled there. I have no idea he's at this party. I go downstairs. I get help down the stairs, sorry. By many people.
Crash and fall.
Yeah, crashing and falling down the stairs. And out of nowhere, I'm in the garage and there's Zuckles and he accidentally orders Uber Eats rather than an Uber home. Somehow. He ordered Macca's or something.
Emma, our manager at the time, was talking about how they were waiting with him for like half an hour for an Uber to get him home. Yeah. And then this slow Uber car comes up the mountain just to give a slushy or something like that, like a Slurpee type thing.
He ordered a Slurpee. My God.
How? When you try to get home, do you order yourself a Slurpee?
And then I remember crying in the garage as well.
You cried there too?
I cried there too.
In front of the bodyguard that was probably there, or the bouncer?
Yeah, to everyone, just saying how proud I was of them as well. You know, again, at least I think I'm a pretty okay drunk. I'm just very messy. I'm messy and emotional, I
haven't seen you depressingly emotional, I don't think, when drunk.
I don't think I really get that very often. No, I don't think I get upset when I'm drunk, which can actually be a bad thing, I think, in some ways. Like, how some people, they drink and they get depressed. It's bad, I think, when you drink and you feel great, because then you're like, I might have another beer, It's dangerous, I tell you.
Really? I think it'd be great to feel like that.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, maybe I'm crazy. Yeah. But I think if I drank all the time and got like upset, and didn't feel great, then I would be like, I'm never drinking again. But I'm like, hey, I might have another beer, Yeah.
I can't remember too much else from that night, but there was like not many nights like that.
That was a cool one. That was a cool one. We went to the Misfits Party in Melbourne. That was very fun. And I was so impressed with how the Misfits ran that party. I think you know that.
They hired out a club. They had people coming in buses and they had their team up on the stage and they were diving down, and it was a good night.
And I didn't get too drunk, and I just had such a good time, with my friends, with all the Misfits guys, and met new people. And when we walked into the club, I felt very included. They're very inclusive guys and ladies, and they just let me walk in with them into the club, and everyone's cheering for them and stuff. I felt a little included, even though I'm at the back of the line. Yeah. I was still like, it's so cool, and the clubs, boom, boom, boom.
I watched their vlog of it on their main channel, and they made it seem like this really sick night, which it was, but then it was I could tell when it was starting to hit 10:30, 11, because that's when people started to leave to go somewhere else to do whatever. But they were just saying oh, so much happened, we can't show you after this. But I'm pretty sure the party died.
The party just died. Yeah,
I know, because I was late there. I was at 2 a.m. so there's no one there.
I remember being there and then no one's there. No one's there.
Everyone just vanished at 11.
Just went poof and just disappeared. But it was so hot. Do you remember? So the VIP section. It was sticky. It was so hot, so hot, sweaty. Oh my God, it was crazy. And then there was this little dingy bit down the back area where I was sitting a lot. And that was just crazy, just having crazy times, sitting in booths and blah, 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 and chilling, Yeah, it was really cool.
When talking about the FAZE party and that, is anyone you met there that you were super, anyone that you've met in your travels that was super
impactful or starstruck, or what do you mean?
When you're on a night out and you're hey.
No, not really.
Because I remember a party probably that same year or maybe the year before where Marcus Locke and Elliot met like H3, and it was like
yeah.
such a moment for them, and they
would
were
have been
so
happy
starstruck
meeting
because it was
H3.
before all of them like really, really popped off. I mean, they're all huge, but like it was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it's there's been so many fun nights. What is your favorite night, do you think, that you've had?
Favorite night ever? Oh man. I like, this is a little less party, but I like when we go out for dinner and stuff. Like, I'm just going to say, I like when we go, like even when me, you, Marcus and Baz just went down to the pub down the road, you know,
Yeah.
I really love that. I could do that almost every second night, I feel, like go out for dinner. I'd much rather that than sometimes these bigger parties, but the bigger parties really make it indent on your memory and you're like, I will never forget this moment and I'll never forget going to this place because this spot was so cool. But, you know, I like more chill stuff, I think, a lot of the time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I do like to party.
I mean, for like more frequently, of course, but like the one's like
the one
crazy
that sticks with me,
yeah.
The one that sticks with me, honestly, probably the FAZE one. I know we're talking a lot about it, but that was just such a crazy, crazy night. And just, I really like you know how when we travel, we get to go to sponsored clubs and stuff like that. And for the listeners, you know, say Bethesda is releasing something at E3, they'll sometimes have like parties where it's like VIP to go to them and stuff. And the Bethesda E3 announcement party, I went alone and it was so cool. They had that set up, they had like a spray painter painting a big Rage mural when that was being released, Rage 2, and there was like free drinks all themed and stuff like this, and like just content creators everywhere and journalists everywhere and developers everywhere, and it was just really cool.
It was really cool because you went alone and you didn't have to deal with us. Is that what you're saying?
Going alone was actually really nice. I just went and I got to watch the show, have a few drinks and talk to others that I didn't know. And I think when I'm alone, I'm actually more sociable. Like,
I know, I get that too. I was invited to a Misfits Party, but I don't think anyone else that we know like closely, like in Click, we went apart from me. And I was so social. I was talking to so many people that night, and I even got offered a bong to smoke. And you know what?
Did you smoke the bong?
I smoked it.
Fruity, you smoked
Swagger
the bong.
Souls offered
you
it.
Smoked the cone.
Swagger Souls offered it.
Oh my
and I was
God,
like, wow,
you've
this
done
would
marijuana.
be...
That is illegal. That is illegal in Australia, ladies.
I didn't say we were in Australia.
Oh, we weren't in Australia, so it was legal.
Let's just say we weren't in Australia.
We weren't in Australia, it was legal. Yeah, that's cool. I've never smoked marijuana.
Okay, I will not. Oh, another time I would go in on you.
Don't.
Another time. I'll save this moment and I'll remember it.
Yeah, I got offered cocaine a couple of times.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's illegal, and I won't expose who or where.
But
yeah, I've been offered coke a fair amount, you know.
Me too, a few times, and by like higher ups of things too, of like random brands and stuff.
Rich people love cocaine. Yeah.
Rich people in power love cocaine.
People in power love coke. It's like they think they're the wolf on Wall Street or
They
something.
probably do. They watch the movie annually.
They do. They watch those movies and they love it. And then they're taking cocaine for the up, and then they're taking Xans for the flight. They're sipping on lean. They're doing this, they're doing that. They're all over the place.
What's
I don't
lean?
know. Lean is like cough syrup with lemonade. It's really easy to make.
So are all of these ones that, like, apart from the one to sleep on the plane, just ones that make you like super hyperactive?
Lean is more like relaxy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Lean,
okay.
from my knowledge anyway, because I've never done lean ever in my entire life.
Sure.
And I need to say that on record. But yeah, it's more relaxy, more like chill, you know, stuff like that.
It was interesting to see how it's surprising to see how many people like do drugs in like the scene, in the gaming scene, from all ages and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously not to name names, but yeah, it's just surprising.
A lot of drugs.
Yeah,
drugs
it
everywhere.
is. It does seem like there's like a little culture in it, which neither you or me are a part of, so we can't really comment on further. But yeah, it does seem like there is.
Have you been interested in like doing heavy drugs at parties, like going like a step further and like going for it, not just like weed here and there and not just alcohol, but have you ever been like, okay, like I'm going to try this, expose yourself, go for it.
We can do a whole thing on this. So that's how much I can talk about, because I know I've you know what? Let's have a Misfits-esque themed podcast coming up.
Okay.
Where we just talk about it.
Talk about drugs.
Yeah,
my goodness.
We'll ask one of them to guest star on it and be like, can you help us?
That's all the tea. That's all the tea. Yeah, and then on the other side, we also have our parties that we've had.
Which are very different.
Yeah,
in a
very
way.
different. Well, they're like different, but at the same time, I think
true.
they're pretty energetic. You know, like we have good times at Click. Like I remember our first one at the first Click House. That party was like really fun and energetic. And when the Misfits came to our house
last week. Oh yeah. We didn't do anything with the Misfits when they came. Oh, it was very casual, but yeah.
Yeah, like we have more like casual parties.
We've had a few parties at this house. We've had like a Halloween party and like
I love dress up. I didn't think I would ever be a dresser-upper for like parties. Yeah. I don't know why, but the Halloween party we had here, you know, I went as Top Gun to our party, and then I went to Melbourne, and who did I go? I went as Thomas Shelby from Peaky Blinders, and all those parties were so fun. I love Halloween now. Halloween parties are great, yeah. And everyone's costumes were so good. They were
Which one was better? Which Halloween party was better?
Honestly, I think the one in Melbourne. Yeah, it was very fun. I had a really good time. Really good time.
Misfits parties are better than house parties, is what you're saying.
They're just like looser, you know. And if I'm going to have like a party, like a party, I think like I like it to be like quite loose, you know. But then again, our New Year's Eve party was crazy.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't think many people remember that.
I broke my back, basically. I tore a ligament.
Yeah.
And then I was in hospital for 2 days. That was great. So that party. And then I had a lung infection from breathing in spa water. Yeah.
I haven't been in that spa since.
I'm never going in that spa ever again. And you know, oh, man, just the drinks and just the fun and the excitement and... Yeah, I loved it.
I'd say it's pretty different having a party at your own house too. It's harder to get to feel, I don't know.
Like it's an
looser.
event?
Yeah, no, I feel like I need to check if everyone's having a good time. If they're
you worry about others at your own party?
Yeah, of course. Because you're like,
I don't at all.
Really?
I couldn't give a damn as long as I'm having a great time.
I like to think that as long as the music is in every room. Because I remember like one of our friends, Brawl, took like the music speaker into another room and no one could hear it in the main room. And I was like, oh God, it's a bit awkward.
The grossest thing was in my bathroom, which is the bathroom that everybody uses. The sink was filled with vomit to the brim. And I don't know if I want to say who did it, but
you did it.
No, it wasn't me.
You totally did it.
No,
it
wasn't me. No, wasn't me. Wasn't me.
I'm
not even kidding.
You.
No, wasn't me.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I know who it was, but I'm not going to say.
Was it our guest?
Possibly, yeah. But somebody vomited. So, you know, I wake up in the morning and I'm downstairs and the bathroom's up the top and I'm walking up. I'll see what's happening. You know, I need to pee, whatever, walk up, boom, 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 strutting up. And then I just walk in the room to bloody vomit in me sink and it's filled to the brim and the drain's not sucking it down.
Like modern sinks are so stupid because they don't have enough like whole space to get the chunks down.
God, and you got to fill it up with that stuff. I didn't do it.
But that being said, I don't understand people who vomit in the sink versus the toilet.
Vomit in the toilet?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, one time... Back in the day when I was 18 years old, when I went to vomit, I accidentally shut the toilet bowl and vomited directly onto the toilet bowl. That was great. Back in the day, that was a great time. Then fell forwards and, my ex-girlfriend...
Fell forwards into it?
Yeah, basically just on the floor. My ex-girlfriend saw my asshole for the first time and had to help me up, throw me in the shower. She was great to me. My goodness gracious me. She rescued me so many times.
Yeah, I actually can't believe.
Oh my God. The amount she saved me. And, you know, then there were so many times I would just get drunk at parties. And I remember one time I went to this party with my ex and I downed a whole bottle of scotch by myself with her stepdad, and I was just so drunk, and me and her stepdad are DNMing about life, and he's like a real burly, strong, like bloke, you know, and back then I was a little weasel, like I was a weasel, and talking to him about this and that, like, yeah, it was just so crazy, and then I never remember car rides home, ever. Like, it's just something, it's like, maybe it's because I'm asleep, possibly.
Was it you? Sorry, these memories just keep coming back.
Hit me with the memories.
Was it you that on a recent party when we were driving back in an Uber, you were sticking your head out the window calling out some people on the... Well, you're like, you look beautiful to some woman. Actually, I don't even know if that's what you said to her, but I want to hope that's what you said to her.
Yeah, I wasn't yelling anything rude. Marcus told me that I'm never I'm excitable, but like he wants to see the crazy come out in me more. And I remember him saying that. So there'd be like a group of guys on the side of the road. I'd be like, you're a legend. I love you, bro. You're the best. I love you. And I was like sticking out, and the Uber driver's like, what the hell is going on?
And this is someone who's shy to yell out of the car when sober. And suddenly
I don't think people would know that about me, but
I'm worried about the Uber rating that we got that night. 'Cause you were overly talking to the Uber driver as well.
Yeah, a lot. I love talking to Uber drivers. I love them. In Melbourne, whenever I'm drunk, I got this long Uber drive. By the way, sorry, Gwen, didn't even know she was there. There was a person, Gwen, who I'm very close with now, and I didn't even remember her being there. And then she came later on and was like, "Oh, I'm Gwen," and I was like, "Who?" We spent an hour Uber drive together, and I was just talking to the Uber driver about this and that and life and philosophy and then sex and then drugs and then this and that and just running my mouth. I run my mouth a lot when I'm drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, there have been so many good nights. It's crazy that we can't remember. It's like there's something that we've been taking that forces us to forget. It's weird.
Yeah, it's as if YouTube parties, you're there and then you forget them. Yeah. There's like a conspiracy going on.
Because there's several every year.
Yeah, I like the events. We had a party on us for Sea of Thieves at a sponsored thing, and we partied on a boat. And nobody seems to remember that we were on a boat partying.
We were there for like an hour or so.
I loved it. It was a pirate boat.
It wasn't. We weren't out at sea or anything. We were just
like the dock. I loved it. Pirate boat. It was themed. I love themes. Yeah. I love themes. You know. Oh, how about our New Year's Eve with the on the boat that we got? That was a crazy party.
Yeah. That was 2018. 2019 New Year's.
2019.
Well, yeah, going into 2019 New Year's, and we all paid a lot of money.
Some
more than most. Thank you, Landon and Elliot.
Yeah. Thank you, Landon. Thank you, Elliot. Love you, Elliot.
To get a boat and to like go out into the harbour to the Sydney fireworks.
Perfect, biggest views. A night I'll never forget.
It was a great night, but like we started at like 3 p.m.
I loved that.
2 a.m. You liked being there all day?
Yes, I loved being there all day, and nobody listens to me. It's the day. It's New Year's. Like we got to swim. We got to have Coronas all day and chilling out and relaxing and just spending time with one another and having like the Click Awards and stuff. It's like
that was a different night.
Oh God, that was a different night. Oh, sorry everyone. Sorry. Oh no. Oh Jesus. Oh no. That was a different boat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, forget I said that. You know, forget that. But oh geez, I'm getting old. I'm 27 and I don't remember anything.
I'm turning 27 soon.
Oh, you're getting old too. Mm-hmm. Oh, the beers will hit you different. But yeah, I loved it. I love that stuff. I would. At the end of this year, if they say another boat and they're like, let's start at 12 p.m., I'm there. I'm not even kidding.
Really?
Sitting in the sun.
I had a great time. It was great memories, but I'm like, the whole time was a lot and the expenses were a lot. It's a lot of pressure when you like spend like, I think I contributed like 1,000 on it, 1,000 for a friend as well. And I was like, that's a lot of pressure to put on a night, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I feel when I like have to make a flight or something. I'm like, oh God.
I thought it was worth it.
I have to have a good time. Yeah. And that kind of like can bring you down in a way. But that and just being an introvert stuck on a boat with people for 12 hours has its downside.
Yeah, see,
when you need to escape.
Being so extroverted.
You can't relate to this at all.
I can't at all. No, I really can't relate to introverts being like, you know, like being stuck on a boat. I'm not stuck on the boat. I'm on a boat in the middle of Sydney Harbour, beers flowing, chill tunes everywhere. I'm loving it. And you know, when that waitress, I think she lost her job for showing everyone her boobs.
Yeah, she kept drinking with us and then she was like, you know what, I'm going to flash you. I don't even remember asking.
See her boobs, but everyone...
I know, I saw them. I don't know why she flashed me and whoever else I was standing with, but yeah, no.
Where was I?
I don't know, you weren't
partying
there.
somewhere, I don't know, in the water or something, jeez. No, like I love that kind of stuff. And then how everyone on the boat was like partying. And then there was an old lady on the boat.
What?
There was an old lady on the boat and no one believes me and Baz. There was an old woman on the boat hiding in a bedroom.
A chef or something?
Just an old woman just on the boat. I swear we saw a ghost that night.
No.
And she decrepitly, hunchback, walked out of a room. Me and Baz are like chilling. And me and Baz here were like, oh my God, there's an old woman on the boat. She's like, she's like walking around. I was like, man, I want to throw her overboard. She's ruining the vibe.
When did this happen?
It was just sometime on the boat. And then I remember I'm drunk and I'm looking through a window and I'm staring at her and I can't stop thinking about her wrinkly face and I'm so drunk and I'm just staring at her face and she's so wrinkly and like she's like a walnut, you know, she's like all prunish. Have you seen a prune? I don't know. It was crazy.
So you wanted to like throw the prune off the boat?
Throw the prune in the water.
Right.
She's ruining my vibe.
Okay,
and old people stank. Have you smelled an old person? Oh man, is this ageism? I don't know.
This is kind of ageism.
Yeah, no, she had a great time, I reckon. I was happy to have her.
You should dance with her instead of calling her a ghost to try to push her off.
Why not? And there was that really, there was like a weird guy on the boat too. One of the waiters, he was like weird, like very like intense. You know, people with really intense energy.
No, I remember.
Intense people freak me out at parties. I can't lie. You know, because I think I'm talkative, loud, but intense people. And you as an introvert would be freaked out by intense people.
Yeah, I think he was like a little bit too flirty with the girls too, or something like too like I don't know, like trying to be a dad to the girls in a way. Like it was. Yeah. I kind of remember that.
When men give dad vibes at parties, I feel like they think they're being like, I don't know, like I know this is going to sound weird, but they think it makes them seem more manly, but really it just makes them seem more creepy. You know, it's like. They don't need help. They're fine. Leave them to party. Leave them to dance. Leave them to have a good time. Leave people alone, you know? And I hate that kind of creepy stuff. But, yeah, I remember being in the water. I think he was just being
overly friendly, but he didn't mean it. But I was just kind of like, I don't know you. It's a bit too much.
I think we're lucky in Australia, though. Like summertime near Christmas and stuff like that and near New Year's. Like it's always summer and the beautiful water and the beautiful vibes. And if you get lucky... Everything was just great. I remember when we got off the boat, everyone's so drunk and everyonene's getting in the big tubs,
we needed to get like tubs, like as in like boats.
The little boats.
There were little boats that escorted us off the big boat onto the little boat so we could be...
Yeah. I nearly fell in water. I was just like wonky. I'm like, and then I was sitting up on the edge of the boat and I felt myself going backwards into the water and I was like... And then so I sat on the floor.
It was kind of like Titanic, you know.
I felt like we were all going to die that day. It was crazy. I've seen there was enough room on that door for both of them. I tell you what, Titanic.
Oh, on the plank of wood?
Yeah, there was enough room for both
I think
Jack
she should have just gotten on the boat and then let him, you know.
Yeah, oh my God. Like,
then he would have had the full plank of wood to himself. He would have been fine.
And when she's holding on to his hand and she's like, let go, like don't let go, she fucking let go. I hate that shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, she didn't really like him.
No, she didn't really like him. She just wanted
she didn't want to deal with the
car
real...
Yeah,
true.
Paint me like one of your French girls, my ass.
Hot scene though.
Hot scene. Oh, hot. Oh, hot. Yes. Mama, work it. Yeah.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about boats, and then we got into the Titanic.
Yeah. I remember the boat that we had two people that used to be in a relationship but broken apart, but they were invited by two different people.
Yes.
So that I don't know if they knew they were going to be there, but they were like, I can't remember, but it was like super awkward of like.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, on like a tiny boat, you have these two exes, one obviously still in love with the other, and it's like...
I love that.
Yeah.
I love the energy.
Yeah, you love the energy?
I love the energy. If I'm not involved, I love it. If I'm involved, I hate it, and I don't want to be involved in that kind of stuff. I don't like drama of any kind. I don't really like it if it's involved with me, but hell yeah, I'll watch drama from afar. You know, I love
that was too close for me.
I love it. Oh my God, I got like my binoculars on and I'm like staring at him having an argument on like the bow of the ship, and I'm like smiling like, yeah, oh my God, look at him. You know, it's great. And they're like telling each other off, and you know, you see her, she's like all cranky and shit. I'm like, yeah, get mad. He's such a son of a bitch. Slap him.
So yeah, when I'm I want to have just a good night, you know?
Yeah.
It's just dance and have
No,
fun.
I'm in it for the show.
Okay.
I wish I had a microwave there because I would have busted out a little popcorn packet, thrown it in the microwave, made myself some popcorn, or a stove or something. God damn. I love party drama. Have you ever seen like party drama? Like, can you think of a moment where you've seen drama?
Trying to think of something recently. No, it's normally relationships and people liking each other most of the time.
Yeah.
Or like not being able to say or exes. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where most of it stems from.
Oh.
I've known people to not like each other and to have to see each other at events. And I know Marcus likes to fix people who
Marcus
don't
is a
like
fixer, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's a social fixer.
sees people that should be. He's like, they should be friends, but they don't like each other. I'm gonna help him. So he tries to do that at parties. That's him.
That's so good. He's so good.
And you know what? It could have helped. I'm not sure.
I think he helps. I think he's
he
good.
helps. I think
Marcus is like the relationship guru of like Fortnite fuckboys who don't like each other. I love it. It's great. Marcus just knows. Oh, I love rivalries and things like that. I love it because I don't really have a rivalry. You
want one?
I mean, yeah, but I don't want a rivalry with like someone I hate.
But you want a healthy rivalry where you both want to do well.
Yeah, and it's like more funny than anything. But then again, is that really rivalry? I don't know. Yeah?
I think you can have healthy rivalries.
Well, fuck you, Fruity.
Fuck you too.
Yeah, here comes it.
All right, this is the end of the podcast, I think. You know what? Is there going to be another one next week? I don't know. We might be hating each other by then.
We'll see what happens then.
We'll see. Thanks for watching us.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we're going to read some comments out, so make sure to read a comment. Maybe you'll be in next time. You know what? We don't read just the positive ones.
We also read the negative ones.
No, we don't. We don't read the negative ones.
No, we got one here from Zachariah Byrne. Screw you. Your podcast is absolutely a joke.
That's not what he said.
How dare it go for this short? You basically just talked about how both of you guys are alcoholics and that's it.
That is not what he said. How can he comment on a podcast that's not already out right now? This is not out. How could he comment on it?
Oh, I'm reading it from the comments from the last week's podcast. Oh, God.
But anyway, Zachariah Byrne actually said, I love the honesty and the openness you put into the podcast. I love you too. You have brought me so much happiness over the past few years. Keep up the amazing work, Cray and Fruity.
Thank you, Zachary. We got one here from Holly. This is so nice to listen to before bed. Just relaxing to people talking, especially personalities. And I guess hearing voices that you recognize. Nice comment. And at the end, Holly left us a little smiley face.
Smiley.
You know what? If you had a great time today, you leave us a smiley face, and I'll read your comment with a nice little smile.
You'll heart it if
I will heart it. I'll heart a smiley face.
That's all. Okay. Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. All in.